Corregidor Island is an island located at the entrance of Manila Bay in the southwestern part of Luzon in the Philippines. Due to this location, Corregidor has historically been fortified with the coastal artillery batteries to defend the entrance of Manila Bay and Manila itself from the attacks by enemy warships. Located 48 kilometers inland, Manila is the largest city and the most important seaport in the Philippines for centuries, from the colonial rule of Spain, Japan, and the United States, up until the establishments of the Third Philippine Republic in 1946. Corregidor is the largest of the islands that form the harbor defenses of Manila Bay, together with the El Fraile Islands, Caballo Islands, and Carabao Islands, which were all fortified during the American colonial period. The island was also the site of a small military airfield as part of the defense. During World War II, Corregidor played an important role during the invasion and liberation of the Philippines from the Imperial Japanese Army. The island was heavily bombarded during the later part of the war, where the ruins served as a military memorial to American, Filipino, and Japanese soldiers who served and lost their lives on the battlefield. Corregidor is one of the most important historic and tourist sites in the country. Corregidor and Caballo Islands are remnants of the volcanic crater, the Corregidor caldera, which was last active about 1 million years ago. However, the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology still classifies Corregidor as a potentially active volcano. The islands came under Spanish sovereignty on May 19, 1570. Corregidor served not only as a fortress of defense, a penal institution, and a station for customs inspection, but also as a signal outpost to warn Manila of the approach of the hostile ships. Corregidor comes from the Spanish word corregir, meaning to correct. One story states that the islands was called Isla del Corregidor, literally, Islands of the Corrector, due to the Spanish custom system wherein all ships entering Manila Bay were required to stop and have their documents checked and corrected. Another version claims that the island was used as a penitentiary or correctional institutions by the Spanish government and thus came to be called El Corregidor. Year 1902, the island was organized as an American military reservation. In 1903, a convalescent hospital was established by the United States Army. During World War II, Corregidor was the site of two costly siege and pitch battles, the first during the first month of 1942 and the second in January 1945 between the Imperial Japanese Army and the U.S. Army. After the war, many people, most of them veterans, visited the islands because of its history. Today, Corregidor is a historic monument as well as tourist destination. Many travel companies offer day tours on the islands featuring military installations used during the World War II. Most of the war-ravaged buildings have not been restored and left as they were after the war in reverence to the Filipino and American soldiers who died there.